Welcome to the Deep Dive, your express lane to being truly well-informed. Today we're plunging into something huge, this radical shift in the world of finance. You know how it's moved from those grand old bank branches, the trusted tellers, to basically the glowing screens we all carry in our pockets. And it really begs a fundamental question, doesn't it? In this digital-first era, what actually replaces that old sense of trust? How do financial brands even stand out? How do they earn your loyalty when, well, they're essentially just lines of code?
That really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because those traditional anchors of trust, the big marble lobbies, the handshake with the teller, they're kind of dissolving.
Yeah, go on.
And now the fight for your loyalty, it's happening almost entirely on a screen. The whole battleground has shifted, undeniably.
So our mission today, really, is to explore precisely how you build a powerful financial brand now in this digital age. And we need to move way beyond just thinking about a logo or some clever tagline. We're actually going to unpack a really brilliant and practical tool for financial institutions.
Yeah.
It's UXDA's Digital Experience Branding Framework.
Yeah, and it's fascinating how our perception, your perception of a financial institution is now so deeply shaped by things that seem small, like an app's interface or even just the tone of a push notification you get.
Totally.
We'll dive into why that's become the new reality.
And you'll discover how some of the leading fintechs, think Robinhood or Monzo, they're not just surviving, they're absolutely thriving because they get this. Plus, we'll give you some really actionable steps financial brands can take to create those kinds of deeply personalized, trustworthy, and frankly, just better digital experiences we all kind of expect now. Okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack this.
Okay. So historically, trust in banking was very rooted in the physical, right?
The buildings, the people.
Exactly. Those solid, imposing bank branches designed to feel stable, permanent. Or that direct interaction, the reassurance from a bank teller. But this rapid shift to digital solutions means customers, you now engage through so many different channels. Mobile apps, websites, maybe your smartwatch, social media feeds, even talking to a voice assistant.
Wow, yeah, everywhere.
And every single one of those is a stage where the brand's identity has to come through consistently and, importantly, authentically.
And it's so much more than just like a design exercise now, isn't it? Our sources really hammer this home. This is about building long-term trust, loyalty, engagement.
Absolutely.
Banks that just try to, paste their old offline customer service onto an online platform or just tack on standard features without a really consistent brand-driven user experience.
Yeah.
They're just missing the boat. Big time.
You've nailed something crucial there. It goes way beyond just how it looks, because a strong digital brand now has to actively fill that gap, the void left by the disappearing physical presence.
Right. It is the presence now.
Yeah. It becomes the primary source of reassurance, that emotional connection for customers. And without that, financial institutions risk being completely overshadowed by, the nimble fintech startups or even the big tech giants, your Apples and Googles, who just inherently get user experience.
Okay, so if traditional marketing is taking a backseat, what is the core essence then? How do you build a digital financial brand today? How do our sources kind of boil that down? Is there a single principle?
The research consistently points to this. It's not about splashing cash on traditional marketing anymore. It's primarily about aligning every single digital interaction, every touch point, with the core promise of the brand.
Okay.
Which means your entire digital ecosystem, everything, has to revolve around the user, making every click, every swipe, every notification a deliberate expression of who your brand is.
That's a really key distinction. And what's particularly interesting, I find, is the contrast you see between how traditional banks often rely on these off-the-shelf vendor solutions.
Right, the generic stuff.
Versus how the top fintechs operate. Companies like, say, Chime or Revolut, they don't just buy a platform. They seem to create these custom digital experiences right from scratch.
Precisely. And that tailored approach, that's what allows for this seamless integration of features. It maintains genuine brand authenticity. It ensures every function, every little detail aligns with the brand's values and what customers actually expect. It's really about designing a feeling into every interaction, not just bolting on a set of features.
That custom approach feels absolutely key. Like, think about Robinhood. They didn't just simplify investing, they kind of gamified it, didn't they? With the confetti for your first trade.
Yeah, that little touch.
And that minimalist UI that just stripped away all the intimidating jargon you get on traditional brokerage platforms. This wasn't just about being easy to use. It felt like a strategic choice to make finance feel different, approachable, maybe even fun for a whole new generation.
Exactly. Or look at Monzo, the UK fintech. They make sure their brand personality, the bright colors, the friendly language, it just shines through everywhere.
In the app, customer service.
Everywhere. On the app, in customer service chats, it's consistent.
And this raises a big question. How do you actually connect emotionally with users when it's purely digital? There's no handshake.
Right. Stripe is actually a great example here. I remember years ago trying to integrate payment systems.
Right.
It was just a nightmare, all jargon and clunky API.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Then Stripe comes along, and it felt like magic. It was elegant, approachable. They created an experience that developers, businesses, they genuinely connected with it. It felt like they anticipated every single pain point.
Like they knew what you needed before you did.
Exactly. And that shows how you leverage every digital tool you have, AI chatbots like HSBC uses, or engaging social media like Revolut does, to keep that communication consistent, compelling. It amplifies the brand's reach and just keeps reinforcing that core message.
So it's crystal clear then. A modern digital financial brand isn't just about colors and logos and fonts. It's this holistic system. It weaves together strategy, design, function, authenticity.
It has to.
And our sources break this down into several critical ingredients. First, you obviously need a clear brand strategy and positioning. Clarifying your mission, your values, what purpose you actually serve that's different from everybody else.
Then there's digital customer experience, or DCX as they call it. And this isn't just about, a pretty UI. DCX is a really comprehensive approach. It ensures every digital touchpoint, from how seamless your first login is, to the clarity of maybe an advanced investment dashboard, even the tone of a push notification.
Every little thing.
Every single thing actively reinforces the brand's identity and builds trust. It's about designing that feeling into it all.
And that naturally leads into needing a cohesive visual identity across channels, which again isn't just picking a color palette. It's about delivering an identity that adapts gracefully across mobile, tablet, desktop, wearables.
Even VR eventually, perhaps.
Exactly. And maybe even emerging stuff like VR interfaces. The look and feel just has to be instantly recognizable no matter how or where the customer engages.
And a truly successful brand also fosters this emotional connection through content and messaging. This means authentic storytelling, transparent communication. Customers today, you expect to know the institution's vision. How are they using technology ethically? How do they serve communities? It's about building a relationship, not just processing transactions.
Right. And finally, there's adaptability and scalability. A digital brand is never really finished, is it?
No, never.
Platforms evolve, user preferences shift, new tech emerges constantly. The most successful brands seem to be agile. They're continuously refining their identity to meet those evolving customer needs and just stay relevant.
So if we connect all this back to the bigger picture, a strong financial brand, it has to treat brand building as this holistic, ever-evolving process. It deeply merges strategy, design, technology, and empathy. And that's how institutions genuinely stand out and build that loyal, engaged customer base, the kind that truly sees them as a trusted digital partner.
And in this digital-first world, trust is just paramount. Absolutely critical. And it's established, like you said, not through expensive traditional marketing, but through the seamless quality and the reliability of each digital interaction.
Yeah, every single one counts.
Our sources highlight that even a tiny bit of friction, like an overly complex sign-up form or maybe inconsistent messages between the mobile app and the website, that can be enough for customers to just jump ship. They'll abandon one platform for another without even thinking twice.
So consistency, therefore, isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely foundational. When a brand's values and messaging are seamlessly woven into every single touch point, it creates this powerful sense of stability, of reliability, that fosters customer confidence and really cements loyalty. The quality of that digital experience truly is the brand now.
Right. The digital interface is the new storefront. Absolutely. I mean, consider Cash App. It's purely online, right?
Yep.
E-wallet. But they've built this stellar reputation, gained over, 57 million users? Billions in revenue?
Incredible numbers.
All by consistently innovating their digital platform. And they have 0 physical branches. None. That just shows the immense power of focusing entirely, laser-like, on the digital experience.
And another critical aspect here is authenticity. Through customization. Using those generic vendor-built solutions might save time up front, sure, but they rarely allow for genuine differentiation.
You end up looking like everyone else.
Exactly. Nubank, for example, in Latin America, they created a completely custom user experience. They made sure every element aligned with the really bold, disruptive brand personality. And that authenticity, that unique feel, has attracted and kept millions of loyal customers. I mean, their roster grew from 41 million to over 91 million in just 3 years.
Wow, that's staggering growth.
Right.
Really driven by that tailored approach. But it makes you wonder, if this level of consistency across every single touch point is so critical, where do most traditional banks tend to struggle with it? What's the biggest hurdle for them to overcome?
Often it's a legacy mindset, really.
Yeah.
That, coupled with a reliance on that off-the-shelf software we mentioned, look at Revolut again, they designed their user interfaces from the ground up. They didn't use generic solutions.
Built it themselves.
Right. Their super app is tailored to meet all sorts of diverse customer needs. It offers this unique aesthetic, a functional identity that just screams agility, innovation, simplicity. It even extends into lifestyle services, things beyond just pure finance, building this truly integrated digital ecosystem.
And Chime really showcases how to simplify something notoriously complex, like banking onboarding. They focus so much on intuitive navigation, thoughtful prompts. It makes signing up feel almost painless.
Reducing that friction.
Exactly. Their clear messaging, those well-timed little nudges, they aren't just superficial design choices. They feel like a living manifestation of their actual mission to empower customers financially. They've essentially redefined banking for millennials, haven't they? With tailored features like no-fee overdrafts. It makes banking feel way less intimidating.
And Monzo, as we touched on, built an app experience that honestly feels more like a lifestyle tool than a traditional stuffy financial product. Their distinct look and feel, combined with a really strong focus on community building and transparency. It helps them stand out. And it turns their customers into genuine brand advocates. People rave about them.
And they love the brand.
Yeah. It's about building that relationship, not just, facilitating transactions.
Okay, so what do these top fintech brands really have in common then, when you boil it down? Our sources consistently point to two key things. Authenticity and this sort of purpose-driven innovation.
That sums it up well.
They don't just slap a logo onto some standardized online banking module you could buy anywhere. Instead, they seem to start with their core brand values and a really deep understanding of what their customers actually need. And then they craft these tailor-made digital experiences that reflect those principles at every single turn.
Which brings us nicely to UXDA's Digital Experience Branding Framework. After creating something like 150 financial products across 37 countries, UXDA identified this crucial gap in the industry.
What was the gap?
Financial brands were effectively only using about 10% of their digital potential. That's it. Standard design methods, standard development approaches, they just weren't cutting it. They weren't meeting the complex needs of financial institutions and their clients, and it was leading to these fragmented, impersonal kind of experiences.
Right. So this framework they developed, it provides a comprehensive blueprint. Is that the idea? It seems to uniquely integrate that high-level brand strategy thinking with the sort of on-the-ground execution across all the different channels.
Exactly. By aligning a company's core mission and vision with market insights, product offerings, customer interactions, it ensures the brand becomes this meaningful, consistent, and evolving presence. One that resonates with customers in every single interaction they have.
And there's a powerful case study here, isn't there? Emirates NBD.
Yes, a great example. UXDA used this framework there to deeply connect their brand and their digital experience. They achieved scalable design system uniformity so everything looked and felt the same, and highly efficient product management across the bank's different divisions.
And the results were pretty staggering from what I read. A 91% digital adoption rate on their new eNBDX app.
Yeah, huge adoption.
A 1,600% increase in wealth clients. And a 50% surge in transaction activity. Plus, their app rating shot up from like 2.0 to 4.7 on the App Store, got recognized as the region's top banking app in 2023.
Phenomenal results.
That's really what happens when you fully embrace this kind of strategic, brand-centric UX approach.
Absolutely. The UXDA framework is essentially, you can think of it as a structured word map, almost like the DNA of your digital brand.
Okay, DNA. I like that analogy.
It guides financial institutions through these key layers of creating and expressing the brand within a digital ecosystem. It ensures that every single strand, from your core strategic purpose to how well you understand your audience, right down to the pixel-perfect design of your app, And even how you communicate on social media, everything is infused with your brand's unique identity. It really moves beyond just a logo or a color scheme to something truly holistic.
Okay, so how does this DNA actually work? What are the layers? It starts with strategy, right?
Yes, strategy is the foundation. This means aligning both your brand, defining that mission, promise, values, visual identity, and your work. Business goals, growth plans, market needs. Fintechs like Revolut and Stripe, they really exemplify this. They combine a crystal clear brand mission with that business objective of growth, specifically through tailored, exceptionally user-friendly digital platforms.
Got it. Strategy first. What's next?
Next is market. The framework deliberately places understanding your customer needs, your segments, competitors, industry standards, right after strategy.
Before you build anything.
Exactly. This ensures the brand voice and the experience you build will actually resonate with what customers truly want. It prevents you from just developing stuff in isolation. Chime and Cash App are brilliant examples here. Why did they succeed? Because they deeply understood the frustrations of underserved users.
People left behind by traditional banks.
Precisely. And they simplified banking for those specific segments, building their entire offering around that unmet need they identified in the market.
Make perfect sense. So, strategy, market. Then what?
Then comes services. The framework encourages you to view your services, things like fund transfers, accounts, investment tools, view them as brand expressions. Each product, each feature becomes this unparalleled opportunity to embody the brand's mission, solve customer problems in your unique way, and differentiate yourself. Robinhood, again, radically disrupted traditional investment services. How? By offering simple, engaging tools that align perfectly with their brand message of democratizing finance through accessibility and ease of use. The service is the message.
Okay. Strategy, market, services. What's the final layer?
Finally, there's the ecosystem. This layer emphasizes consistency across all touchpoints, everything, which includes your communication touchpoints, think digital ads, social profiles, your digital experience, obviously mobile apps, wearable tech, maybe even future VRR tools. And importantly, your physical touchpoints too, branches, ATMs if you have them.
So even the physical is part of the digital ecosystem thinking.
Yes, it has to be. This unified approach ensures consistency, builds trust, enhances usability across every single interaction, online or offline. Akbank in Turkey, for instance, transformed its physical branches into what they call phygital spaces.
Digital.
Physical plus digital, a blend of physical presence but with integrated digital tools, interactive screens, self-service kiosks. It's about making the branch feel like a modern tech hub, reinforcing their digital brand even when you're physically there.
Okay, so wrapping that framework part up. A truly successful digital financial brand isn't just about the app or the website. It has to encompass communication, the digital experiences themselves, and even physical presence if it exists. And by viewing all of these as integral parts of one cohesive ecosystem, the framework ensures nothing gets neglected or feels mismatched.
Exactly. And that pervasive consistency across all channels is what genuinely fosters trust, credibility, and ultimately loyalty.
And authenticity seems key here too.
At its heart, the framework ensures authenticity. It pushes financial institutions to first really define who they are, what they stand for, then manifest those qualities through their products, their services, every single point of contact with customers. This holistic approach means that authenticity, once you establish it strategically, carries through to the tiniest details of the user experience, and that deepens trust over time.
So in finance, it really feels like user experience isn't just a feature anymore, it is the brand differentiator.
Increasingly, yes.
The framework powerfully underscores that brand building isn't some separate activity from user experience design. These elements are deeply intertwined, like two sides of the same coin. It's about transforming the brand from just a static concept into a living, breathing experience that hopefully delights users and consistently reinforces those brand promises.
And the beauty of this framework's layered structure, strategy, market, services, ecosystem is that it also acts like a diagnostic tool for your brand's health.
How so?
Well, the financial landscape is incredibly dynamic, right? Things change fast. If customer needs shift or new technologies emerge, you don't have to panic and overhaul everything. You can use the framework to pinpoint exactly which layer needs attention. Is it your core strategy? Is it how you're understanding the market? Or maybe how a specific service is being delivered?
So it helps you adapt more surgically.
Precisely. It ensures your brand remains agile, not brittle. It helps you stay fresh and competitive without constant chaos.
Okay, let's recap then. The core idea we've unpacked here is that, especially in finance today, the digital experience effectively is the brand. A successful digital financial brand isn't just about having a good app. It's a whole holistic system, intricately weaving together strategy, design, functionality, and authenticity across every single place a customer might interact with you.
Absolutely. And by understanding and, more importantly, applying frameworks like UXDA's, financial institutions can genuinely build trust through that consistency we talked about. They can foster profound loyalty by actually meeting user needs in a way that feels good, and ultimately achieve significant growth by powerfully differentiating themselves in what is, let's face it, a very crowded market.
So here's a powerful thought for you, the listener, to take away from this deep dive. Your experience is your brand. Think about that. And maybe you remember those insightful words from the former CEO of ING, Ralph Hammers. He said, if you want to compete in the world of tech, and if you increasingly want to become a tech company, you have to organize like a tech company.
It's a great quote. And it leads to a final thought for you. Consider the financial apps and services you use every day. What truly stands out to you in their digital experience? Is it good? Bad? Indifferent?
Yeah, and how does that experience, whatever it is, either build up or maybe erode your trust and loyalty in that brand?
And thinking about your own experiences, how do these insights maybe shift your perspective on what truly makes a financial brand successful in today's digital world?
Something to reflect on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.